What's going on? Tony Rican here with another episode of Rican's Awesome Wrestling. Today we're going to listen to a clip of Chael Sonnen talking about how he was almost in WCW. Yes, Chael Sonnen as in the UFC Chael Sonnen, one of the best talkers the UFC has, one of the best fight promoters they have. I mean, this guy's mouth goes so well that he may not be the greatest fighter, but you want to see his fights. That's why he's always on, well, okay, maybe not the main event, but he's always on that top of that card. He's always selling pay-per-views, and he's always money for the UFC. So let's go ahead, let's check out this clip talking about how Chael Sonnen was almost into WCW.
That's what I wanted to do. I went out to the WEC, I went out to the power plant out there in Atlanta in 1998. Sarge was running it. We had a tryout.
Sarge is a good old guy. You know Sarge?
Yeah, I mean, I knew him for 3 days.
Yeah.
He tortured us. I mean, he absolutely abused us.
Dude, you were at the power plant? How'd that go?
2.5 days.
What happened?
Well, it was a tryout, and it was real simple. It was a lot like the Navy SEALs. Here's what we're going to do, and as soon as you've had enough, just say, I quit. And that was it. And once you quit, get your stuff and go home. And, I mean, it was 2.5 days. I showed up in very good shape. I just came out of a wrestling season. I was an All-American. And, I mean, it took every bit of grit that I had. They turned a bucket upside down, and you had to do a squat. You had to throw your hands up, come up on your tiptoes, and your squat was done when your butt hit the bucket. You just stood, that was it. Squat, squat, squat. But we just kept squatting. We squatted so much that there's a little lining on the bottom of the bucket, and that thing dug in to the back of my legs because I went down on it so many times. Once that was done, you drop down, you do your push-ups, you come up, you squat, you drop down, you do all day long. And I can't remember how many guys we had, but we had some monsters in there. We had some big dudes in there. On the second day, there was only 2 guys left, me and a guy from Jamaica. And on the third day, it was still just the 2 of us. Take a drink of my water here. And that was it. Both of us made it. Both of us got invited back. I went and finished college, and by the time I had the WCW was done.
And there you go, a little bit of mistiming, because by the time Chael Sonnen got cut off there, as by the time Chael Sonnen had come back and was ready to go, WCW was done and over with. Imagine how different things would have been if he had been there. I don't think he would have been a difference maker, obviously, but I mean, to the UFC, imagine how different things would have been if they had no Chael Sonnen, no guy to step in, talk fights up. That's one of their, with their heavy, oversaturated schedule, that's one of the few stars that they have left. So, I mean, who in MMA do you think could make it in pro wrestling? I mean, we've seen guys like Ken Shamrock and Dan Severn, but who in MMA would you like to see on a wrestling ring? Who do you think could make it? I mean, I know over in TNA you had Rampage Jackson and King Mo and Tito Ortiz, who really didn't do anything but show up. But come on, who do you want to see get in the ring, and who do you want to see wrestle? And in WWE, TNA, ROH, whatever it is, what pro wrestler do you think has what it takes to make it in MMA? Let me know what you think. Come on, guys. Who has the stuff? Who's the real deal? Who's a shooter? So go ahead and leave a comment, subscribe.